Hello there. Dark out tonight, so we're going to be doing Scotty's Salmon River. No, sorry. Tonight we're going to be reviewing Scotty's Angler's Dream. It's a little bit dry right now. I can rehydrate it, but I've had this tobacco multiple times, and I have a pretty good idea of what it tastes like. But outside of it being dry, it'll be easier to light, it'll stay lit easier, and you won't have as much moisture problems. Not that I'll have any moisture with the calabash, but it's funny, you can tell that it's dry by the flavor. I actually prefer tobacco to be... I'd rather have it slightly too dry than slightly too moist. I don't like moist tobacco. It's so hard, it's such a pain to keep it lit, and the moisture that builds up, it's just gross. I like my cigars, I like to have the humidifier at like 68%. Speaking of cigars, I did get two. My mom went to Italy. Oh, sorry. My mom's Italian. She didn't go to Italy. She went back to her hometown in Pennsylvania for a funeral. That was my grandfather passed away. I didn't know him that well, but he was super old though, so it wasn't too tragic or anything. But then some of her family members gave her some like homemade wine as well as a couple of cigars. And she gave those to me. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about the two cigars, so I can't really do reviews on them, but there's one I've been puffing on lately. I don't smoke a whole cigar generally. I don't like cigars enough, but they last so long, which is nice about them. Even if it's like $8 or $9, you can get like an hour's worth of smoke or more off of it. And for me, if I puff on it occasionally, as I'm reading a book outside for 30 minutes, and then I'm like, all right, like I got like maybe a quarter of it down. I just put it back in the humidifier, and then when I take it back out again. So it's almost like a caramel, vanilla, very harmonious, simple, modest flavor. I like it. Even if for being dry, it's not smoking too hot either. I keep forgetting to say what's in the tobaccos, and I keep saying, oh, I'm going to annotate it, and then I just forget to annotate it, but hopefully I will actually annotate it this time, what's in it. By flavor, let's see. I think I'm getting yellow Virginias. I think there's burley in there. Red Virginias, maybe? Definitely want to start experimenting making more tobaccos. I made like 3 or 4 that were pretty successful. There was one I made called Forest Flora, if you remember that episode. It's like a mushroomy flavor. It was really nice. Forget what the combination was. And then I made some imitation tobaccos. One was off of, I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but what was it? It was Mississippi River, that's it. Like Seattle Pipe Club Mississippi River, I think was the name of it. I basically just, I don't know what the ratio is, and I don't know what their process of curing their tobaccos is, but basically I just imitated it as best as I could with the tobaccos that I knew were in it, and it tastes very similar, and it's very good. It's almost like a match. It's like mash Mississippi River. Because that stuff keeps going out of stock. Everyone loves that stuff. It's really good. I know a lot in my reviews, sometimes some people might think like I don't smoke it long enough, and I don't have a good conclusion. That's very accurate, but these tobaccos, generally it's not a first time smoke. And basically I smoked these like maybe 4 or 5 times, and then I just put the camera on, I gave you my thoughts about it. I already know what it's going to taste like. This one's I'm almost through the bag. It's very good. It's very consistent. It burns well, as you can see. I still haven't had to relight it yet, even though it is a bit dry, but it still tastes very good. Smells amazing. Again, when you're the one smoking, I don't know what it is. When you're smoking it, you can't smell it very well. Like a lot of teenagers, like when they're like not allowed to smoke cigarettes or something, and then they're in their room and they're smoking a cigarette, like they don't realize how much smell that actually produces. And their mom always finds out because they can see it goes through the whole house. It goes through the little crack of the door. It's just, but they don't realize how much scent it's producing. That happened to a friend of mine who was, ugh. I never did that, but the room note is very good. Again, I've said this many times, but I know I keep saying I've said it many times, but the thing is, a lot of people haven't seen all my videos, so that's why I say it again. There's if you smoke something and another person's smoking something, smoking different tobaccos, you'll smell each other's, but you'll taste your own. It's very cool. All right, my camera stopped on me because I'm almost out of data here, but my conclusion is this is another winner. It's a very good all-day sweet aromatic smoke.